Shalom, family. It's good to see you all here. We're just briefly going to talk about what's going on out in the media where Caitlin Clark, her fans want her to go to the Olympics and play. I say that she got time to go in 2028. Number one, Caitlin has not played professional ball for a full year yet. She is still literally getting her feet wet in professional ball, but you got to understand the nature of the beast, which is most of her fan base. These are people that make all these claims about pulling yourself up by the bootstraps, but the history shows they have leapfrogged their way to the top, not earned their way to the top, leapfrogged their way. So they come with that mentality and expect you to understand where they're coming from. And nobody, other than people that believe in having an unfair advantage in life, those are the types that will believe she belongs there. Caitlin, she has time to develop as a professional ball player over these next few years. And I think once that occur, then yes, and she's a young woman, she's young. So she got time to develop her skills where she can go and be on the team in 2028. When they put this team together, Caitlin was still playing college ball. All right. So she didn't practice with this team. She didn't, she wasn't behind the scenes when they were putting this team together. Now, what you're looking at is the 2020 team that won a gold medal in Tokyo. So, Caitlin Clark is not a determining tool on whether they're going to make a gold medal or not, because it's already a standing history of these women from the WNBA playing ball in the Olympics and getting gold medals. All right. But it's really, in all honesty, it's not Caitlin Clark. It's her fans. It's her fans. And she's also partly responsible too, because when they're going off in left field, she never comes forward enough to say, wait a minute, I just got here as a ball player. I'm okay with not going to the Olympics this time around. You don't see Angel Reese complaining. She didn't get selected for this team again. They were still playing college ball when this all came together. So some of the players that you see in 2020 are going to be some of the same ones playing in 2024. These women are champions, not only in the Olympics, but also in the WNBA. Caitlin, she don't have those things under her belt. And propping somebody up and trying to catapult them ahead of everybody else. I realize that's how y'all live your life. But when it comes down to the Olympics, as they were like, oh, she'll make people watch. No, she won't, because people been watching the Olympics for decades. I watched some of the Olympics myself long before Caitlin Clark was even known. Many of us did. And quite frankly, I don't really think basketball, women's basketball, is the big highlight of the Olympics. I love the track and field. When I turn it on, I like watching my brothers and sisters in track and field. I love watching that in the Olympics. And I really believe that is way more watched than even women's basketball. Eyes are not going to be on Caitlin. It's going to be on Sha'Carri Richardson. She's going to be drawing people. We got a lot of people they're going to have their eyes on. Right. The gymnastics is huge. Simone Biles. They act like if Caitlin was there, she going to be the be all of the universe. No, there's a lot of people that watch many of the other sports that are equally as big, or if not bigger. Everybody got their own preference on what they like to watch. Like I said, for me, it's track and field. I love track and field. I love track and field even when I was going to school. I used to go to the meets. I used to sit in the stands and watch and cheer some of my friends that were on the teams. I would be cheering them on. Yeah, I was a cheerleader. So I did not I was not out there doing the athletic part, but I was doing the cheering part. Look, y'all, I think her fans are too overzealous. And Stephen A was talking about, well, she would be good for marketing. Yeah, but the Olympic team need people with skill. They need people with real talent out there to beat these other teams from different countries. Marketing has never been the big tool in promoting the Olympics. You don't want people there for marketing. You want people there that can win. And right now, Caitlyn is still developing. You need winners on your team. So this has gotten so hyped up. The chair of the USA team has spoken out, and she pretty much stands firm on not letting Caitlyn on the Olympic roster. She said it would be completely irresponsible to put Caitlyn on the team. Now, like I said, I don't have no issue with Caitlyn being on that team in 2028. By then, she got some years under her belt at that point, right? So the USA basketball staff knew what kind of backlash they would get if they did not include Caitlin Clark. Well, they made the decision to leave her off of the roster. And the noise have been loud, from her fans. And that's the problem. A lot of people don't have major issues with Caitlyn. It's her fans that people don't like. So anyway, Clark herself said they woke a monster, and it remains a debate on whether she was snubbed or not. I don't believe she has been. Caitlyn has not even been playing for the last 6 months. I mean, when did they start playing, y'all? In May? She hasn't been there long enough. That's almost like you get on a job and someone's hired, and in 3 weeks, that person is looking to become a supervisor over you. And they only been there for 3 weeks and don't have any experience, don't know nothing. But they should be put above you. And they do this. Like I said, they get handed stuff they're not even qualified for. We've seen this throughout our whole lives. We have witnessed this stuff. But when you question it, oh, well, they got a lot of experience. Well, that's the typical thing you always say. Nobody is surprised by you making that claim. You've always done that. You've always stuck people above others that weren't even eligible to be there. We done got so used to it in this society. And, should it be that way? No, but you got to look at the nature of the beast of the people that are running things. This is how they think. Now, why all the hype around Caitlyn? Because, let's be real. Our people have been the number one athletes up in America for centuries. We have been the face of football, basketball, for a while, baseball. It's been our face. Well, they're tired of looking at our face. So now the media and her fans are trying to make Caitlyn the face of the WNBA because they're sick of looking at her, at our faces, dominating everything in sport. So if you don't have the skill, right? So now they're going to blab their way to the top. Oh, no, she's a phenomenal player. Okay, so she's better than the ones that's been there for several years. Yeah, put her over them too. Put her, you know what I mean? That's what they're trying to do. And y'all, this is how they did it, stealing all the music that our people created. They start putting their faces as the main ones doing a certain music. And then next thing you know, the whole thing gets hijacked. So now they're doing this in real time. They're doing it in real time right before our eyes. So we, as you can see, even the Olympic team in 2020 that you see in the picture, it's Black women that dominate the team. And they won gold medals. So now they're sick of looking at those Black faces and they're trying to switch it out for Caitlyn. But this is how the hijacking is done. And it's not like they put the best people in front of you. Nine times out of 10, they're just putting a mediocre person in front of you and trying to throw greatness behind them. And that's how it's always been done. We're just watching them do it in real time. They want this white woman to be the face of basketball, period. When you think basketball, whether it's men's basketball or women's basketball, they want you to think Caitlin. That's what they want. Even NBA men, they want you to think of Caitlin above all else. That's what they're attempting to do. So even the chair of the Olympic team for the US says, she agrees with the decision that Caitlin should not be on the team. What they did was they selected the 12 best players to represent the United States, and Caitlin was not included. All right. Now, and they're also trying to go on the guise that Caitlin is making people watch the WNBA. That's not true. When you go and look at the ratings are really not that much higher than they were before. You really gotta just go, and you know how these people lie all the time. What you gotta do is just go and research. Go look at the stats. The stats really are not that much better than it was previously. I mean, I could see if it was a huge leap and you're talking like that. It's not even a huge leap. It's not a huge leap. So what they're doing, but see what they are upset about is they're getting a lot of pushback. See, historically, they have been catapulting their people into places they really don't belong, and they have gone unchallenged. Now people are looking at it and going, wait a minute, what the hell are y'all doing? And that's what they're not used to. They want to put her in the top position unchallenged, and it's not going unchallenged, and they got a problem with that. So all they can do is go around talking about you're jealous. And I'm looking at these medaled players behind her in this picture. Jealous of what? She couldn't show you an Olympic medal. Okay, she can't show you that. And she don't have the kind of background that these players have. You know, you got to understand these other countries are sending their best players, and even the Chinese players and the Russian players, many of them can outperform Caitlin. She's not ready for prime time, but I do believe she can develop her skills professionally over the next 4 years and be in the 2028 Olympics. I do believe she does have a shot at that. But to put her in as a rookie and she doesn't have that kind of track record, no, I think that's pretty reckless. And I happen to agree with the Olympic chair for not putting her in there. This is where I stand. But do I think she could go potentially in the future? Yes. I do believe in the future Caitlin can be part of the team. Yeah, and absolutely Angel Reese. Both of them. Both of them could potentially be on the 2028 team. Yeah, but this is just not her time. And I'm leery in the way they keep pushing this girl to the point where look at all the losses her team has had. And, it's amazing how when her team is losing, it's never her fault. I noticed that pattern too. It's never her fault on why, according to her fans and the media out here, when her team loses, it's never her fault. She's never at fault for it. It's the coach. It's this, it's that. Oh, really? Really? And we've never seen a single player hyped up the way they have hyped this girl up. You can tell you can clearly see what they're doing. You can see what they're doing. Like I said, I compared this to bringing that underqualified person in on a job and putting that underqualified person above everybody else. That's what I compare Caitlin Clark to. So, y'all, this is what they're going to do. Unfortunately, you're going to keep hearing this until it gets to the point where they can't uphold it anymore. But what is upsetting them is the pushback. That's all. And see, before many people, when we saw a lot of this stuff occur, we tend not to say nothing. A lot of times we would find these people that they push above everybody else fall flat on their face because they put them in situations they really couldn't handle. So, some people are saying, when is this whole Caitlin Clark thing going to fizzle out? It will fizzle out eventually. But like I said, they are attempting to make her the number one face of basketball. And I know she's a woman playing in the WNBA, but they want her to be the face of all of basketball, whether it's men's basketball or women's basketball. They want, as soon as you hear basketball, they want everybody to think of Caitlin first. Do I think it will happen? No. I think what they are doing is going to be a modest attempt, but is never really going to fully catch on because they can't get everybody on board. And that's what's pissing them off. They can't get everybody on board with this whole hyping Caitlyn up. I think what makes it worse is the Stephen A. Smiths of the world that will go all out, go on camera, trying to hype this girl up. But I have never seen Stephen A do that for any of the black women players, not even one time. Okay. I have never seen Stephen A do that, but he comes out strong for Caitlyn now. And to add insult to injury, LeBron James is doing the same thing. And I don't know what LeBron is doing. Your own son is playing college ball. If anything, shouldn't you be hyping up your son over Caitlin Clark? I don't get it. I don't get it, y'all. Mm, mm, mm. So let me just the Crawford experience. Thank you for the super chat. The USA committee made the right decision on this one. I believe so too. I really do. And thank you for the super chat. I agree with the decision for her not to be there. She has not been in a league that long. Give her some time to develop her professional skills. And then it would make sense for her to be on the Olympic team for Los Angeles when they have it in Los Angeles. That's all I'm saying. Mm-mm-mm. So, y'all, please enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for being here. And we'll definitely do this again. And those of you that have been buying the hair growth products, thank you so much for supporting my small business. I deeply appreciate you. And I appreciate some of you that have been giving feedback. I had one person email me and said they are already seeing a difference in their granddaughter's hair. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Just use it as instructed, and you should see results. The first thing you're going to notice is less of your hair coming out in your comb. That's going to be your first sign that the hair growth oil is working. You're going to notice less hair coming out. And then right after that, you're going to start noticing the growth. I got bra strap length hair that I have been able to maintain for years now. And I've been using the hair oil. And many of you that have had problems, you'll see a lot of things turn around for you. So just stick with it. Don't get discouraged. You will see results. There is nothing better for your hair than natural oils and herbs. So just hang in there. And like I said, it will work on all hair types. It can even work on locks. Yes, it can work on locks. So, y'all, please enjoy the rest of your day. Honey, it don't matter the age. You can be a child or a person up in years. It will still work for you. You're just talking natural herbs and oils, and it does work. I am a testament to it working. So, y'all, yes, you can get your hairline back. If you lost your hairline due to styles that you wore over the years, yes, it will bring your hairline back. Hmm. And yes, it works for men or women, children. So, y'all, like I said, thank you for your support. I deeply appreciate it. And please enjoy the rest of your day. I see I did get another super chat. Let me just take a look at that one. Okay, Key Field, thank you for the super chat. Those tough Russians and Cuban female Olympic players don't give a damn about Caitlin Clark or how many millions how many millions Nike is giving her. They'll take her to lunch. Yeah, they sure will. That's why I'm saying you got to look at the fact that every country is sending their top players. And these are players that got years of experience over Caitlin Clark. And many of these women that you see in the picture, not only did they play here in the US, they also played overseas. When it's the off season here, a lot of these women go and play in Europe. They got tons of experience. Caitlin never played internationally. You know, no, she's just not ready. She's not ready. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, that's just like that's just like you have a high schooler that's great in track and field, but they never competed outside of their county. Now they're going to compete with athletes from all over the world. They may not do so well just because they did well, within their local area. It doesn't mean they're going to do well on the world stage. All you got to do, 224, is go to any of my videos, and you should see it on the top of the comment section. You should see some links there. That's how you can order. Or you can go to the community tab. I put the link in the community tab. You may just have to scroll down for it. Oh, hold on. I know how that is. Well, somebody knew. All right, hold on. I'll put it in the comment section since I'm on. Yeah, it will stop your breakage. And what I would recommend if you have hair that's breaking, use the oil to repair. And then after you start getting some length, then start just trimming, the bad ends and everything off. Do it gradually. All right. Do it gradually is what I would recommend. Or if you plan on doing the big chop, you can do the big chop and then use the oils and shampoo and spray to regrow your hair, a lot faster, and it will regrow everything faster. I did the big chop back around 2011, 2012. And that's how I got all of mine to come in. I just used the natural herbs and oils until everything came back. And it didn't take long either. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's out there if you want to give it a try, or you want to just read some of the reviews, just read some of the reviews, you know? So, everybody, please enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll be back again on live with another topic. Shalom, family.